Come on. You have to turn that camera off and back on.
Okay, you hear us now? Oh, good. All right, excellent. Here, clicking, hear you now. Okay, sound now. All right, there we go. Okay, like I said, we don't have our regular camera on, and it is creating some very interesting challenges. But, you know, we're highly adaptable people. So today, I promised we were going to do at least one of these cozy, moonlight under the moonlight sets. I chose a cozy Christmas luxury topper set. I chose this one because we had the most of them, but I'm kind of glad I chose it because it has some rather challenging little elements to it, in that it has so many little tiny toppers on it. So we're going to play around with this one. It has that beautiful silver kind of flake holographic foiling to it, which is beautiful. Here's the topper set, and we'll get in close and look at some of those toppers as we work on them. But right now, the issue is how many little ones there are here. Here is the magnificent foiled. Oh, look at those. Look at that whole family of snow leopards. It is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. The problem with this one is I've got to figure out how to use all the elements I want in here. And that could be a little bit challenging because it's wide and the elements stretch out across the page. So that's going to be interesting. I might have to make that into two different parts. And here is a bordered sheet. So let's see what we're going to do here. I'd like to use this whole thing, but I don't know if I can. Let's get a piece of 5x7 out here. And I can get quite a bit of it. If I go this way. Let's get a smaller card here too. This is a surprisingly good job of reaching some of that. This would actually then make a reasonably good place to add. Whoops.
Say hi to Glenn and Roberta.
Maybe one of these. Hi, Glenn. Hi, Roberta. Welcome, friends. That would still be pretty in there. I could put a greeting here. That would be pretty. Turn my finger off on my watch. Another thing I pulled out as a possibility for helping with some of these smaller ones was I pulled a set of dies out of my drawer. I think we have a few of these left in the store, or quite a few of you have them in any case. This is a set of circle dies, and this would make a fabulous doily for making one of these smaller toppers bigger. It doesn't necessarily go where I was looking at putting it. The other challenge we're going to have here is that based on the size of these toppers, we're not going to have any too much cardstock. I have these two great big ones and then all these little ones. I think we can make that work. So if I go for 4 cards, that is so pretty. It's got 3 cubs and the male and the female in that picture. So pretty. So I have to decide if I'm going to cut this in 5x7. I could make 2 DLs out of it and use this one up here with some of the smaller toppers. That would be another option. Let's get a couple DL cards out here. It would be fun if I had some DL cards too. There I do. I could use that whole piece. And then I could make a DL card up on top here and use some of these smaller toppers. Figure out a way to make some of these, space some of these and create something pretty up there. This really is a challenging set. But you can kind of see what my thought process is as I look things over. I really love this piece right here with the mountain and the cats. So I think I'm warming up to the idea that I really have to take this in one piece. I really think I have to. So that has no foiling on it. I think I'm going to go ahead and cover my card with Silver Mary, if I have a piece that big here. So, let me see what else I have. Yeah, I'll go look in the drawer there and get me a full-size sheet of RDL if I have one, the 4x8. Maybe 2 DLs top drawer, I think.
Those are gold.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, this is an interesting set. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love the colors. Thank you, honey.
Say hi to Kimar.
Hi, Kimar. How you doing, friend? Okay. Go ahead and get a piece of mirror board here. This one happens to be craft perfect, but could use any mirror that was handy. I'm going to go ahead and cover this card. Probably going to have a narrow border because it's going to take most of my card to capture the part of the image I want here. I don't know if I said hi to Laura. I think I did. Bryce is saying yes. So hello again, Laura. All right. Let's pop this mirror board on here. You guys are really seeing the whole creative process here. All right. Fingerprints in my mirroring, and I'll get my cloth up here. And pop my fingerprints. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take this to my paper cutter. And first thing I want to know is how wide my card is. And it is 8 3/8. And it is right at 4 wide. So I'm going to cut this image. I'm actually going to cut it to 4 and then cut a little bit off the bottom. 4 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and do 8 1/8. And I end up with this. Now, I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom here so I'm not cutting more off the Daddy Cat's back. And I'm going to go and take a 1/4 inch off the bottom. And we should have, theoretically, a perfect fit here. Might need... No, I think it's pretty good. Let me get it centered. That's pretty good. Let's put some tape flags on that. What was your 81C, Roberta? You started to tell us. Was it elevated or was it in good control? Oh, wow. Yay! Your A1C was wonderful. Good job. Good job. That's really important. Really, really important. Okay. Let me get this centered really nicely on here because I just want a tiny border. But since it didn't have any foiling on this piece, I did want a piece of Mary under it. Get this exactly where I want it, and we'll pull those tape flags. That looks great. Look how pretty that is. Very pretty. Now, Let's see what else we have on this. I have warmest wishes for special couple wishing you a cozy Christmas. That definitely matches that image. I like that. Wishing you a cozy Christmas. I like that up there. You know, I'm going to set this aside for a few minutes and see if I even want to do anything else with this. Because I'm actually quite pleased with just how beautiful that is, just sitting that way. So let me get some couple foam squares. That's literally what I got on that sheet, was a couple of foam squares. Let's see what else I have here. Hiding tape strips. Jewels. That's actually not a bad idea. A couple jewels might be pretty on here. Here's what I want. Okay. All right. That's actually just really quite beautiful, just like that. I'm going to leave that right where it is. Isn't that pretty? Okay, we're going to leave that one just like it is for now, at least. Next, let's see what we're going to do with these littler toppers here.
Say hi to Carol.
Hi, Carol. Good to see you, friend.
Thelma.
There she is. Hello, Thelma. Glenn was asking about you. Now, I don't have an actual purpose yet for this, and wouldn't that be pretty if we use this as a background? I did kind of overcut just a little bit there, but I think we can disguise that with something. Let's take this remainder piece off. Yeah, that could be really pretty. As our background for those three smaller toppers. And I almost like that on the white. Isn't that nice on the white?
Kim says Kelly's asking when they get Teddy time.
When do they get Teddy time? Well, maybe you should go get him. Let's see. Bryce is going to get him. So I guess we got some Teddy time coming up. Okay. Wish I hadn't overcut that just a little there, but you know, stuff like that happens all the time. I do really like that on the white background. I think that's actually quite striking on the white. Let's look and see what it would look like on the silver too, just to know. Just so we know that we have the very best. That's actually really pretty too. And the one thing about doing this is that this might help to cover up my little overcut there. I like the snow coming down from the top. Let's go ahead and put this. Let's try one more thing. Okay, let's try this. Let's just tie or even play with a simple bow here, which I can put under the smaller topper. And did you find him? Oh yeah, you did find him. And we could, I gotta move this out of the way because Teddy's here for Teddy time. Teddy time? Is it Teddy time? You know what I don't have in here is treats. I kind of feel bad about that. I kind of feel bad there's no treats. Come here and see me, Teddy boy. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby boy. Can you sit, please? Hey. Hi. Sit, please. Good boy. Good boy. There we go. Oh, there we go. It's called woven ribbon. And I believe we have some gold and silver in the store. I'm not positive. Oh. Yes, baby. There's my boy. Yeah, we're just doing this today as a use your stash kit. But I do believe I have that silver ribbon. Oh, you know, I do love my ears rubbed. Biscuit says, hi, Teddy. The picture, unfortunately, didn't come through from that Etsy link, Mary, so I'll have to see if I can find it.
Did you see Clinton?
I went and paid for my funeral expenses today. Oh, my God. Rock headstone, the other 45 for 7.5 carats for you. You guys crack me up. Hey, where you going? Well, I think he's done with Teddy time. He just walked across the desk to Bryce, so but we probably needed to get back to our project anyway. Let's see. Where is my project? Did I have a project going before Teddy? Yes, that's my Teddy boy. He's a red poodle that has turned more brown as he's gotten older. So I don't know if he now classifies as a brown poodle or a faded red poodle, or he's a miniature poodle, and he is delightful boy most of the time. And he barks when I'm sleeping. That's not so fun. But oh, Mary says, he says, no treats, no Teddy time. You probably got that right, Mary. Okay. Let's just tie this off in a little bow here. Might decide I want a different type of bow, so I'm not going to pull it real tight yet.
Laura says her poodle went from chocolate to mocha.
Okay. So this could do a really good job of hiding my little overcut there on the bottom. And I have a smaller topper in the center of these other two. Just one kitten face. It's so cute. And I have these.
Roberta asks, when will you be listing this kit?
We probably won't be listing this kit. There are some toppers. If you really want it in a kit, maybe we can do it. But I was just thinking that because I'm just kind of making it on the fly here, we could call it a use your stash kit. But if you want it in a kit, I can ask Brittany to kit it up tomorrow. It won't take much because we're not adding a lot, just this little ribbon. And actually, I really like that too. I was going to cut some mats and things for this, but I just don't know that I have to. Because I think that's actually quite pretty on that background. And then the kittens and cats all have snowflakes falling around them too. I think I'm just going with it, guys. I'm not trying to whip out. It just looks really good. So I think I have to keep that just like it is. So I'm going to keep this bow. I'm not going to put real fancy edges on it because it's a kitty cat card. It doesn't want real fancy edges on this bow. Yeah, I think I'm going to put those cats up on some foam squares, and we're going to call this card finished. That's just really quite beautiful.
Annette says she likes it as is.
Yeah. You know, sometimes you might have grandiose plans for what you want to do, but the card tells you, no, this is what I want to do. And you just go with it because it's the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going to put a couple of these foam squares on the back and pop that in place.
Annette asks if you got Oliver's art.
I have not, but Bryce and I were just talking about the fact that we have not brought mail in for a while. Sorry. So I probably have all kinds of things out there. We'll have to bring in this afternoon because now that I've announced to the world we haven't picked up our mail, we probably should go pick up our mail. Our ballots and all kinds of things are here. And we don't want to leave our ballots sitting out there. Get a nice spacing on my cats here. Let's put this little cat up on that foam square of his own. I will look for it, Annette. I do love my Oliver art. There is just something about kid art. You've heard me say this a dozen times, but I just love kids art. It just makes my heart sing. I'm going to raise this kitty up a little bit more than the others to leave room for the bow to come in underneath. Let's go ahead and put this down to our card. Let's use the bottle. Yeah, like I said, we're going to have to go get our mail out of the box now that I told the world we haven't picked it up. Sometimes we can be bad about that in our household. Just get busy and don't think of it. Deal with the stuff in front of me. Okay. It's almost too long. I think it's okay. But it was almost too long. You know what? I think it is. Well, let's see. Is one side longer than the other? Yeah, one side slightly longer. I'm going to peel that off. And trim this just ever so slightly on both ends. I need just a little bit on both ends. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, let's try that again. Thank you, Roberta. Okay, let's try that again. Get a nice even border all the way around it this time. Come on. Lift up. Sometimes all right, I'm stopping. I have a nice white border around it. I'm going to put this bow right here. Under our kitties. So we need our best glue ever, which has gone somewhere. There it is. A nice little glue dot on our knot. And even with this very porous ribbon, you still can put the best glue ever on it. It will sit at the top and on those fibers right at the top of our card without soaking through, as long as you don't get too heavy-handed with the glue bottle, and create a perfect bond. So there's my glue. Don't ever put it on when it's wet. With the best glue ever, it is essential that you let that dry into a glue dot before you adhere it. So we're going to set this off to the side and get our other piece of cardstock and our other toppers out here. And see what we want to do. I was a little concerned about whether we'd have enough cardstock, but we're actually going to have a long extra piece. Okay. It's chasing me, that card. Set that up where I can't get into it. Well, I think one of these two needs to be a shaker card for sure. So let me reach down here and find some shaker components that I want to use. And I think I will go with my stars. I love my stars. Okay. So, which one do I want to make this shaker? I think I'd rather make this shaker out of the two kittens. There's really a lot going on in the background of this one. We've got Mama and all three kittens in front of her in this one. Pull in. Oh, here's my Oliver art. Bryce just went and got it. Would you come in closer on this topper so they can see the detail, please? What will you substitute for the best glue ever? Well, I tell you, I'm going to buy several bottles and stash them. Oh, yeah. So we got Mama, Daddy, and I guess, yeah, all three babies, because there's one baby and two babies in front. So you can see how beautiful these toppers are. They're just gorgeous. I'm going to stash a few bottles, and I'm going to make those things last as long as I possibly can. That's what I'm going to do for the best glue ever. So I think this one, I'm just going to make a square card out of, because do I have a square card base? That is the question. Yes, what is that? What is that that's hiding there? Oh, that's a black one. I don't think I want the black one. It's actually a 5x7 that belongs over there. So where are all my square bases? Well, just in the interest of time, guys, I have this big pack of I have a big pack of these. Let's see. These are A5s, and the envelopes came in all torn up to them, so I had them give them to me, and I've just been cutting them down to whatever size I want to use. So I'm going to use, just because I have it here, I'm going to use an A6. I might have to go to 5.5 to have enough room. And I have plenty to do that. So I'm going to go to 5.5 since I have. I want both of these that are the same cardstock. This 5.5 should be fine. Yeah, see, that's going to be great. So I'm going to go ahead and put this 5.5 inch on. The background card doesn't have any foiling on it. I don't think it really needs it though, because we have so much foiling on that one. And I think I'm just going to go ahead and cover my card with this one. Annette, you cracked me up. She says, I just ordered one at a time when I make an order. And then she says, but of course I do make 2 or 3 orders a week. It was the anniversary of SSC was October 15th, 2022. We were 20 years old on that date. And yes, I haven't forgotten. I've promised you some kind of a celebration. Margie's been off for the last couple weeks, and she's kind of my conspirator for all things celebratory. So we haven't chatted about it yet, but I haven't forgotten that I promised you. So Thumb, I have something to chat with you about. So if you wanted to give me a call when we're done here, we could chat. That's not the one I want. This is the one I want. And this time I'm just building. I'm just going to layer this in 3 layers because it already has a lot going on with it. So I'm carefully dividing my frame. The other one we're going to build a shaker card out of. I think we'll put our frame down, then we'll glue our center down in the middle. It's going pretty well. However, they're up in the boonies. I mean, they're really in the boonies. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Oregon, but they are in a little town called Scappoose. Scappoose. There's a lot of Native American names in our naming conventions out here. They're in a little town called Scappoose, which is, how far would you say that is? 20 miles? 20 miles.
It takes about an hour to get there.
West of Portland, along the Columbia River. You drive right along the river and go to Scappoose. And then once you get to the little town of Scappoose, then you turn and you go straight up the mountain. And they are up in the boonies. They have no cell service up there. And so I haven't been able to keep up with Margie very well. We have these little cursory messages we send back and forth when she runs into town for something. But I haven't been able to keep up very well with how things are going in the putting away of things. They had their cable company scheduled to come out and get their internet hooked up Tuesday, and the company just didn't show, as things are prone to happening in little tiny towns with little tiny little tiny internet companies and the like. So yeah, no cell service. And so she isn't here today. I gave her the day off again. And I don't expect to see her until the middle of next week. And James they don't have their cell service up yet, and he's been working from his office, which is closer to home than we are. So I'm not getting updates from James now either. I glued the ring down in the center. You saw me run my glue bottle around here instead of putting the glue on the ring. Run your glue bottle around the inside of that circle, and then you don't get so much glue everywhere. Put a couple of these big, put that one over the edge. Big foam squares. Our credit card would cool off. I know how to train carrier pigeons. You guys are too funny. I'd accept orders via carrier pigeon. Smoke signals. Oh man, you guys crack me up. Okay. Let's see. I just don't think For a Special Couple really suits these family scenes, so I'm going to go with either Warm Wishes or Let It Snow. Let It Snow kind of works for my shaker card, so I'm going to go with Warm Wishes on this one. And I'm going to put it right up here at the top. I need some small foam squares for this one.
Yeah. Move your card over here behind the picture.
Let me just use some small foam squares up here. I could check and see if it goes up there. It does look good there too, but I think I'll actually put it right on the frame. I tend to like to do that. I'm putting a couple little foam squares trying to catch where it's higher. When I'm seeing out of when I see an out of stock on anything, I'll know it's Annette, Carol says. Bryce has to learn to interpret those smoke signals. One of everything? Okay. Well, we appreciate your support of our little family business, Annette. Without the store sales, we can't afford to do the rest of this, so it's important. Okay. There's our kitty card with our various layers. I like that. So we have 3 cards done. I'm going to use this one for my shaker card. And I'm actually going to need another card blank. I think we'll go with the...
Kim is asking about the decoupage queen paper. What quality is this line of paper?
What quality? Do you mean the weight of the paper or the quality of the paper? The quality of the paper is unbelievable. It is so rich and so beautiful with the best printing on it. I'm going to use another one of those cut down cards here. I know this might seem wasteful, but I use up everything that comes in that is even slightly damaged because we don't send it to you. And I don't use a lot of those A5s. I prefer mostly to make smaller cards. So I'm going to make an A6 out of this one. And I might want my snowy sky up above. I have one more piece of Mary here, so I'm going to go ahead and use that up. The decoupage queen paper is just fabulous. Oh my gosh, it's pretty. It's heavier than regular scrap weight paper, and it's lighter than cardstock. It's just a beautiful weight, and it has a satin finish on it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait until I can get my hands on some of that paper and do some projects with it, because that is just beautiful, beautiful paper. Uh-oh. Whew, I hadn't really laid it down solidly yet. The only side of my paper I absolutely have to line up right is the side with the fold. And of course, that's the one I had off, but I was able to catch it and fix it before it stuck. Yeah, Kim, you would love that roses paper. Oh my gosh, it was pretty. But they're all pretty. They're just pretty in different ways. Gorgeous stuff. Okay. Let's go ahead and cut this to be 5 3/4. By 5 3/4. The same on both sides. There we go. This time we're going to make a shaker out of this. So Let me get myself a piece of acetate here. Get my little powder bag out. And oh, before I get going any further, oops, that's a plain piece of acetate in that bag. Let's get a snowy acetate. I also have a snowflake in there. I might have to use that. I just had a snowflake fall out of this acetate package. Clearly, this one I've had sitting here playing with it and making cards. But look at this beautiful snowflake. That's going to be great on my card. Okay, I'm going to take my frame. I'm going to leave the 2 center rings attached, and I'm going to detach just this outer frame. I'm going to go ahead and put this down on my mirror board. There's one that I think you might like in there, Glenn, called Queen Bee. It's got some wonderful bee images on it. I reordered some of the Graphic 45 bee line. I looked and we were pretty much out of all things in the Graphic 45 bee line, so I just reordered that. It should be here soon. Okay, so that looks beautiful on our silver, doesn't it? Just adds so much sometimes just to add that. Okay, I'm going to stop here for 1 minute because I have Oliver mail. This is from Oliver Howard in Villa Rica, Georgia. And I need to open it. Let's see what Oliver is sending us. Oh. Okay. Sorry I'm so late getting these to you, but sometimes life takes over and things get backed up. That I understand completely. Thank you for all the things you said. Okay. Oh, look it.
You want to turn the envelope over?
Okay, so let's see what we have here. Oh, look it. He sent me a door hanger. And he signed it on the back. Oliver Howard, age 6. Let's see what. Oh, and then we have beautiful. Look at this banner. I think I have to hang this over my desk. Look at this banner of silver stars. I can hang it over my computer and think of Oliver. And then we have a note here. Thank you, Miss Debbie. Oh, and crafty friends. Love Oliver, and he drew a rainbow. Now, how can you look at that and not just smile? Doesn't that just make you smile? Thank you, Miss Debbie, and crafty friends. Love Oliver. Is that just too sweet or what? his beautiful rainbow. Oh, and there's something else here by Oliver. Oh, and here's a drawing. 4th of July party. Look at this with the red, white, and blue. A 4th of July party. That's adorable. Okay, I gotta find a special place for my art. My refrigerator won't take magnets because it's stainless and they just won't stick to it. So I have to find a special place of honor for those art pieces in my banner. And I'll hang this on my office door for a while. So great job, Oliver. Maybe Grandma can play the video for you so you see me open it and how much I love it. Okay, I guess I better get back to my card making here. Let's find my narrower tape. All right. I don't need to have a continual piece of tape around this frame because this isn't what's holding everything in. That's the foam tape. So I'm just going to put a few spots of tape around here to hold this to the acetate. Probably a delivery. Haven't seen too many. Of course, I don't want to tempt fates, but we haven't had too many solicitors at the door lately.
Delivery.
Boxes coming in.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See you later, Mary R. Okay. Just about done. Takes a minute to get all this tape on here. And we're just going to put it down to our acetate and cut around it. And one more piece should get it done.
There's your daughter.
Huh? Oh, there's my daughter. Hi, Jordan. Well, I was just saying a while back that you never sign on and say hello to your mother anymore. I was complaining to my friends, and here you are. Look at that. There's my daughter in Connecticut, who's soon going to be in Oregon. I am so very excited to get her back where she belongs in Oregon. Well, Washington, but she'll be spending a fair amount of time in Oregon. And I'm sure her mama is going to be spending a fair amount of time in Washington. Because once I get that kid back on my coast, I'm just going to hug her and not let her go. Because who would have ever guessed when I said goodbye to her 3 years ago in July that I would not see her again until she moved home? Whoever would have guessed that? So She and Jake are about to do the cross-country trek. You're leaving the middle of the month, right, Jordan?
Yeah.
What date are you leaving again?
The movers come on the 16th.
Movers come on the 15th, and you guys head out right after the movers? Okay. I've got my window. It looks beautiful and clean and gorgeous, doesn't it? We're going to put our foam tape down, and then I'm going to mess up that window. I'm going to go ahead and glue this down inside my car.
Driving over starting the 22nd.
Driving over starting the 22nd. Has that gotten later? I do believe that's gotten later.
No. She has never said when they were leaving. She just has always said the movers will be there around the 16th.
Okay. All right. I am anxious to get you here, babe. Very, very happy to have you home. Very happy. Darn COVID, I always wanted to see the Northeast, especially in fall, and then COVID hit, and I never did get to trek out there while I had an escort to show me around. Okay. I like where that's going, so I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Going to get our shaker tape out here. It is going to be a long drive, a long, expensive drive with cost of fuel, but it will be worth it to see your mom. Dad too, but to see your mom. Okay, you guys have heard this before, but I'm going to say it again. I'm putting my shaker tape right inside my window, far enough that it doesn't show in my window, because I don't want that white showing around my pretty image, but close enough in that my shaker components can't just disappear from view. I'm going to work to make sure I have a really good seam here in my foam where nothing can get through. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to push my tape down all the way around, make sure I've got a really good seal on it. This shaker tape is really sticky, so once I do this, it should not go anywhere. Now I'm going to take my powder bag, and I'm going to mess up my window. I'm going to spend particular attention to the edges of my shaker tape, because that can get sticky and hang on to our elements. And I can tap it off a little bit after I've done that. But now my nice clean window looks all fuzzy and dirty. And it doesn't look as bad there as it does in person, but I want it to be all foggy because I want to have enough powder on that acetate that I bought really cheap. I have to admit, I bought cheap confetti just because I really like holographic stars. But look at some of this confetti. That is like 1/4 of an inch through, and none of it's broken up. There's another one. So you get what you pay for, guys. Trying to break some of these little holographic stars apart from those big clumps of confetti. That is true, Roberta. I meant to tell them that too. Take your time, enjoy the trip. Don't just marathon it. You know, drive, enjoy seeing the country. Most people don't get to just go coast to coast like that and see the country. We live in a big, beautiful country, and it's good to see the sights. But I know you guys, you will marathon it because that's what you do. But it would be good to take some time to enjoy the trip. So I'm just breaking up these clumps of confetti. Ripping them between my fingers, trying to break up these pieces, get enough inside my card. You may run into some snowy conditions here and there, and now it's especially, you just look at this. Look at this piece of confetti. It's a 1/2 inch long, all stuck together. I said you get what you pay for. It's out of my Nouveau Silver Stars, so I bought this cheap stuff. And it's really, it looks good when you get it done, but it's a lot of work to break it up. Take lots of road snacks. Driving cross country should be fun with food too. Yeah. I'm anxious for them to be here, but I want them to be safe on the way, and I want them to enjoy themselves on the way. So, doesn't all have to be done in a day and a half. It's a long trek across there, 3,000 miles. From their house, 2 hours. Can't get much further apart than Connecticut to Oregon. Getting little stars all over my desk. I hate to waste them, so I have to pick them up. Okay. Well, I don't have any too many, but I do have a good number now, so I think we can go ahead and seal these little confettis in. And when you go to seal the confetti inside your shaker card, make sure that you get any of them that are in the way of where your seal will go, because you don't want that confetti between the seal and the card. Good night, Ashley.
Is this your last card?
Yes.
It'll be done in 15 minutes.
Yes.
Okay. I wait.
We are just about done now. Okay. I'm putting my shaker tape down to my card. I've got that nice foggy window with all that confetti underneath it. Now I'm going to shake it up good. And there we go. The confetti's not sticking to our window, but we do have a nice load of confetti in there. We've got our very cute little kittens. We need to add a sentiment and this fun snowflake we found in my stuff. I think we'll get the Let It Snow off of here, because that really fits the tone of our card. I think I'll put the snowflake down below and put the Let It Snow up above. That looks cute. And we have one more little kitten that will go inside of one of our cards. And we have used up that sheet of difficult topper material. More difficult. It's not difficult. It just, you got to think about it. So we'll put our snowflake on. Add some tape. We'll take a look at our creations and add our bow. And then we'll look at upcoming classes and we'll be done. So it's only 5:15. We have designed 4 cards from scratch. And we have something. I don't know. I just lost.
Designed and put them together.
And I guess we put them together. Yeah. I just lost what I was saying there. Oh, look, they're all little ones now. I have to have them send me more big foam squares. I have enjoyed using the big ones. But I can use the little ones on this little piece. Yeah, you just want to make sure you're in a safe place when you do your naps. I've always found that like McDonald's parking lots and stuff tend to be a okay place too. You guys will have to stop often because you have puppies in the car. My grandpuppies will be in the car. And Gypsy is not going to stand for riding too long without her potty breaks. There we go. There's our kittens. We will actually have a few fun pieces of cardstock left here. I think I'll take this one and put it across the top in here. Inside.
Carol suggests maybe a jewel on the center of the snowflake.
I was just thinking about that. Boy, talk about great minds thinking the same way. Holy cow, Carol. I'm going to put this little cute kitten right there on the inside because we might just as well use him. That's so cute. That snow leopard baby. And I have some right here. Right here. Okay, there we go. And now we declare it finished. How about that? So we've done our shaker card. Boy, did I get a lot of foam squares out here. Look at all this mess I created. Let's get our bow and put it on our card so we can take a final look at that one. Put my gems away so I know where they are when I'm looking for them. And let's pull this one down. Our bow, we can tell it's ready to use because there's no white showing on the back of our bow. So we're going to go ahead and get our bow and position it right where we want it. And that turned out really pretty, didn't it? I like the way that woven silver ribbon has such it kind of reflects the same way as the holographic foiling does. So we have that one. We have this one with the family. And we have this one, our very first one. Beautiful. If you guys want a kit, I'll put one together for you. If you just want to use your stash kit, that's fine too. You need to tell me if you want a kit for sure, though, because if you do, I need to have Brittany put it together tomorrow. Let's take a look at, I showed you these last night, but I want to show you, for those of you who weren't here last night, I want to show you some of our upcoming classes. Okay, get my stuff out of the way here. Cap my glue bottle. Oh, good. I'm glad you got your booster, Roberta. We got Bryce got his, but Bob and I still need to go get our booster. I made this the other night to see if there was interest, and you told me in no uncertain terms yesterday that there is definitely interest. This cover, I don't know if I mentioned this, is magnetic. So it has a nice closure on it. I did this with the Let It Snow collection from Graphic 45. And when you open your album, it looks like this. It's got this nice pocketed folder for tags, photos, notes of any kind that you want to include in your album. And then I left this page. I matted it in dark green and put a border on it. But I just left this page kind of open so that we can put a photo and some journaling anywhere she wants to. And so I'm going to give this to my sister for Christmas. Then this part opens up, and my first page here has a pull-out. It's a pocket, and it has a pull-out. And so I've left room for photos and journaling on both sides of that. And it just slides right back into its little pocket here, theoretically. If you line it up straight, it would. And it just folds right back in. I created a little tab to make it obvious that that pulls out. And I did the same thing here. I kind of left this open. And on the back of that, there's another place to put a photo and journaling. And then on the inside, this is a magnetic closure. These closures are already in the album, which is just a beautiful feature to already have the magnetic closures in. And this side is for horizontal photos. So I figured that on each place, I tried to do a corresponding solid and print so that she can either use one side for a photo and the other side for her journaling. And there's lots of pages here that she can add photos and journaling. The nice thing about this is you can add photos and journaling anywhere you want to. And because it's already decorative, she can leave the ones she doesn't want to, so she can kind of add to this over time. I decorated a little place there at the bottom. So she can add to it over time, different years for Christmas and things if she wants to. It'll be pretty one way or the other. And here's for our portrait photos. I admit it, how many of us have photos on our cameras that have never been printed that are really keepsakes that we really want to hang on to? We should get those out and pop those into a little album. So there we go. This is just going to, you're right, Roberta, this will make a terrific gift. It's just going to be a gorgeous gift. And we'll be putting some kits together. This will be a kit. We are going to put the kits together probably tomorrow when Brittany's here. So we will have these. It will come with the album. It will come with the decorative pages. It will come with the graphic 45 prints and solids with stickers. I have to decide if I'm going to die cut these flowers or not. I said I wasn't going to do it, and then they add so much to it that I'm contemplating whether I will die cut the flowers. We have another Let It Snow class coming up. I haven't made all of the cards yet, but this is what they're going to be. I promised you that we would do a Christmas version of the shutter cards that we did at Halloween. So we're going to do a graphic 45 Let It Snow shutter class as well.
The album is going to be a kit
Yes.
after tomorrow. It'll be
Yes, there will be a kit available. And we will also have a kit available soon. I need to work on them probably tonight, actually, so that we will be able to have Brittany put together our shutter kits. And we'll have a kit of 6 cards using the graphic 45 Let It Snow papers because they are just gorgeous. And we are going to have yet another kit available, making these double step center step cards. Double center step cards, that's what I'm trying to say, which I also made from graphic 45.
We're selling the albums alone.
After we know that we have enough kits built, I will be listing the albums also. Yes, we will have the albums available also. And with this card kit, I'm going to teach you how to make the card bases. So we have this card kit coming up also. I made a few things out of my leftovers. This I made out of the leftovers from the album. There's a few more leftovers left, not a lot, but there are a few more leftovers left, so I may make a few more leftovers. And this one, I just got intrigued. I saw these on a video and I just thought they were really pretty card style. So I made some of these Z-fold cards as well. And these, I'll leave it up to you. If you want a kit for these, I will make a kit. If you just want to use the inspiration and use up your scraps, that's an okay use too. I have 3 Let It Snow card kits we're going to be putting together already. So if you want the Z-fold, a Z-fold kit, I'll put that together. But I'm going to give that to Aunt Gail, that album. Jordan, what do you think? Aren't these just beautiful? So there we go. That's what I've been up to. On Saturday, I haven't made them yet because you can see I've been doing all kinds of other stuff. On Saturday, we will be doing the Christmas traditions, which is Classic 22. We'll be doing number 908, which is Santa's on his way. And we will be doing Coming Home for Christmas, which is number 904, both from the Craftiganza. and then I will have finished everything I committed to do. So there we go. Are there any questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom? Give some of the cards to Nama too. Okay. All right. Are there any questions about anything coming up? I actually have those these album kits purchased in 3 colors: ivory, black, and craft color. So we will have, and then I have, and then I have some of the smaller size albums on order too. So there we go. If there are no questions or comments, if you haven't already hit that like button, please hit that like button. That's like my atta-girl to keep, to know that you are having a good time. And it also helps us get recommendations from YouTube so we can get new crafty friends. And if you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button because you don't want to miss anything we're up to. We have so many gloriously wonderful projects coming up that you're not going to want to miss any of them. And if you know somebody else who would enjoy our videos, please recommend our channels and our store to your friends. It's the sales from the store that give us the opportunity to keep going, doing what we're doing and teaching the classes. So recommend our store, recommend our video channel to other people if you would. And we will be back on Saturday with the Coming Home for Christmas and the Santa's on His Way. On Tuesday, we have our $2 Tuesday sale. Don't miss that. There have just been some unbelievable bargains. And then on Wednesday, we have What's New Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Thursdays, we have our 4 o'clock crafting time. And that's at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. Fridays, we have our Fab Friday sale. Oh my gosh, there are going to be some amazing, amazing, amazing deals this week. So don't miss a thing. That sale will go up sometime right after midnight tonight. So if there are no questions, comments, or pearls of wisdom, I'm going to sign off and say good night, Gracie.